Intimacy in a relationship is harder for me because, like I said, I know how to fuck. I do. I can do that part. But being very transparent with somebody, being very emotionally naked is difficult. Letting somebody hold me and not being ADD or finding something to do. Like I'll lay there for a while and then like something on the inside is like, okay, let's go do something else. Like I'm over this.
Oh, okay. We got time. You want to peel this back, or can we chop up another onion with you?
Yeah, we can. I've just never been good at it.
So like have you ever thought about getting help?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna set something up for you because to me it's and I'm nobody's therapist. I'm nobody's therapist, right? But to me, right, because I'm definitely an outsider, but honestly, to me, it just sounds like you're emotionally constipated. That's just what it sounds like to me.
I don't think so.
Big difference.
You would.
Welcome to the Love Is Podcast with your host, that thorny chick, Karen KK Rose, and her co-host, the lovable a-hole, that's right, I said lovable, Mr. DK Walker, where they will be discussing love, relationships, family, life, sex, self-help, and what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. Why? Because love is everything, and everything should be loved. Now to today's podcast.
Hello, everyone. It's your girls, that Thorny Chick here in KK Rose, alongside my co-host, the Lovable Asshole, DK Walker. DK, tell the people hello.
Poor little Gladys, do you hear the lambs crying? Can you stop this slaughter, Gladys? What's up, people? What's going on? What's popping?
Hannibal, that was your that was how you greet our. What if somebody is scared of Hannibal? Like, what if they got like PTSD situations with that movie? Like everybody got that one movie that they don't, that kind of traumatized them.
Would they be all right? You know what I mean? Look, we're quite a few podcasts in, right? Quite a few. We're not new to this. So, and hopefully our listeners are not new to this either, right? So they should know by now, anything can come out my mouth at I don't sit here and have them with those moments. I'm going to say this, I'm going to be fly about this, I'm going to be dope. I don't do none of that. I just cut the mic on and okay, let's go. Now, I'm not saying I'm undervaluing your time. I'm not doing that. I'm just being my most authentic self when I just cut the mic on and let's go. And I think somewhere between the time we hit record and to the time we do our Daily Love Jones and Peace and all that, Wild Cowboy stuff there, you're going to get a nugget or two. You're going to get a laugh or two. You definitely going to get in Kern's business. And I say Kern business, because I'm going to be nosy. So, you can get a lot from me. So if you can deal with me being a little off, a little strange, I'm going to make it worth your while. It's the least I can do.
Just a little strange, huh?
I mean, a little, a lot, I mean? You crazy is crazy. You can't, certain things you can't, you can't put them, you can't measure, you can't quantify, you just can't. So crazy is crazy. So appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you.
All right, Hannibal. Well, speaking about Kern's business, let's see. I have not partaken in any COVID catching related incidents.
It doesn't matter if you didn't partake in any COVID related beauty. Nobody cares. I always want to do that. I just could not wait to pull a rock on you. I'm sorry.
Yet he's the only one laughing. Yet he'll be the first person to ask. So strange.
I'm sorry. That's the old wrestler about, y'all know him as Dwayne Johnson.
Wrestler. Let me help you. Wrestler.
No. Do not correct my broken. We not doing you. First of all, look, we're not correcting my broken English. It's Wrestla. Come on now.
Right.
I ain't even from the South. This is the way
you're right. And my name is Kern. Right.
Kern, exactly. And I don't say mother, I say mother. I don't say, we didn't been down this road before. Why must you correct the way I...
Because at first I didn't understand what you said. Then it dawned on me what you were saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But since you don't care, what's going on with you?
I'm not. No. Why would I set myself up? So you can tell me it don't matter what's going on with me.
What?
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, Nothing. Everything is good, man. I'm the vibe, like, like how for people that rock with vibrations, right? I have been really internally vibrating at a high frequency. And it's not because of stiff masturbation. No, that's not what it is. It's just like me being in tune with all things. And just like nothing ruffles the feathers. Like, I don't know, because I'm getting older. I don't know if I just hit a great, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I hit a great groove. I'm not sure. But like, life is really good. I mean, some areas could be better, but right about now, if I would complain, I'd be looking a gift horse in the mouth, and I don't want to do that. Life is shit fucking phenomenal. I have no complaints. I mean, like, man, we good on this side of the coast. We are.
Good deal. Good deal. Oh, did you guys get any? You guys didn't have any property damage or anything like that. Speaking of your side of the coast.
I need to have my roof checked, right? Because those winds were crazy. The rain has been crazy. I need to have that checked. But as far as actual property damage, nah, not at all. Worst case, well, what thing that did happen? We the AC was acting crazy for a hot second, but of course, I YouTubed that boy. I YouTubed it, figured it out, and yeah, so we back in business.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, we're gonna go to the part of the podcast that is actually my absolute favorite.
I feel a certain way when you say that, by the way, like, because I think I give my all throughout the whole podcast. And just because it's something that's yours exclusively, it's something that you bring to the table, something that,
like Love Jones?
Well, I mean.
Oh, okay. Right.
No. But that's for everybody. Like, that's just me being my most transparent self and doing my, my fake inspirational joint. Hopefully somebody get inspired by my last, rant of the evening.
Listen, our listeners get inspired by my weekly ratchetness. You have your side of the spectrum. I have mine.
The part that kills me, like, okay, cool. You say they get inspired by your weekly ratchetness, but people that really know you, like, you're not really, like, that's not your lane. Like, you may have a moment.
I'm not full ratch. No.
Yeah, you ain't. Come on now. You got a college degree. You have a great job. You bought a house. You got a car that's paid off. Like, you did all this on your own. Those are not qualifications of a ratchet woman.
Nope. Now I have an extensive vocabulary. Some with some curse words.
Say again?
I said there are some really good curse words in there too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. To say the least, I'm gonna let that ride. Anyway, so let me not hold you up from your favorite part, and I say that with all the disdain I can muster in my voice. Your favorite part of the podcast. Let me not hold you up from what the fuck news.
Thank you, Clarice. All right. So this is called, let me get myself together because I'm going to start laughing. I can feel it. This is called a religious experience. See, here you go. See, they always swear it's me. It's not. So this is from a woman. So this is how her story starts. I was at a party with my boyfriend, and after a few drinks, we got a little hot and heavy and realized we couldn't wait to get home. We decided that we walk for a bit, find a spot, and luckily for us, we found the perfect spot. You want to take a guess what that is?
It's hard, man. With today's people, like, I promise you, I'll be guessing until I die and come back my next lifetime. It's no telling whatsoever.
On the grounds of the National Cathedral.
What?
Mm-hmm. You heard me. I refuse to laugh. I refuse. I gotta finish. No, I gotta finish. So we found a hidden spot because it gets better. We found a hidden spot, got at it, and then realized that we had definitely been watched. And our voyeur was very, very appreciative.
So, okay. All right. Right. Let's walk through this.
No, listen, I'm not going down the sacrilegious hole with you. I'm just reporting.
Just knowing me. Oh, stop. Just knowing me is sacrilegious. Let's keep it a buck, right? Just knowing me. Like, just know me, like, you walking on God, like, I would not, like him, you might want to stay away from him. Like, he's kind of special and for all the wrong reasons. So just knowing me is walking down a sacrilegious, whatever that word road. So just knowing me, right? Sacrilegious. Hey, what you just said, with your college degree having ass. You leave my GED having ass alone. That's crazy. Right? Like, and so this is why it's crazy to me, because a part of me is like, it's just a building. And people are like, oh, how could you say that? That's the national, like, but it's a building, right? Like, like God resides in the temple, and the Bible, clearly states that the body, I'm touching myself, right? Not on the nipples, but the body is the temple. So when you like, oh, they so wrong, they didn't desecrate it, and but it's just like either you had to be really drunk, really horny, or both of those things, or you just didn't care. Like, I'm gonna get it on right here, and I'm pretty sure they had statues around looking down, and not only did they have statues looking down, they had some passerby that caught. He was a passerby, he was homeless that caught the show, and he caught. Say again.
I said, but he didn't pass by.
No. Per whoever wrote in and spilled the beans or spilled the tea on their own business said that he thoroughly enjoyed the show. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize what thoroughly enjoying the show means. It means that whomever, and I'm assuming it's a man, like, and I'm sorry to put men in that thing or in that box, but and men love staying in boxes, by the way. I'm not, it's easy to, surmise that he pleasured himself as he watched the show. Like most men would. And most men I wouldn't do that. Like, oh, you're lying. Stop. It's like if you do it to porn, you do it to something live. Because you can't believe that you stumbled upon that, right? I mean, like, a part of me want to say, have they no shame? A part of me is like, want to applaud them for having no shame. So
I don't know about men being in boxes. I know they like women in boxes.
What do you mean women in boxes? What the?
The old Peep Show. Or when you are in the red light district in Germany, they're in the windows.
Well, that wasn't always in Germany. That was, there was a point in time in DC was like when 14th Street was off when God bless rest in dead.
Come on, tell it. Come on, tell the rest of it.
Like Murray and Bird. Like, come on now. Like 14th Street was so off the chain. Like, cause you had that. Don't ask me. Okay, you can ask me how I know that because I was. Oh, Lord, we'll be here all day long. We won't even get to an actual podcast. But long story, extremely short, because we're not going down that rabbit hole. DC had a lot to offer, for people that had exotic and deviant taste. So yeah, you walk in and then you would tip her and she'd, like, wow, really? And this was like way back in the gap. It's like, early to mid 80s, right? And that's when DC was just rampant. Like we was first of all, we was a murder capital. Like we was gun holes for real. Like I promise you, we was murder capital. Like, Rayful Edmonds, I mean, the known kingpin of the city was running everything. I mean, DC was just off the meat rack to say the least. So what you're talking about that could be found in Germany could be found right there on 14th and I Street way back in the gap. But sadly, we have been gentrified. Those days are long gone as I shed a tear for the sad pervert in me.
And I would know this. You got to remember, I was born in 83.
Yeah, so with that being said, you need to start respecting my perverted ass more. Like, I got a little age on me. Just because I'm a little off, a little crazy, I mean, and I appreciate people having sex on the grounds of the Holy Cathedral. I don't appreciate it, but I understand. Like, they just had to get it off. Like, rubbing one out wasn't like, we're not going to get back to the car. We're not going right here underneath this bush. And what happened is they woke the homeless man up and he couldn't, because he was pissed. And then he was pissed until he found the reason why he got woke up. Like, oh, Jesus.
Not, oh, Jesus.
He was like, thank you. I'm going to.
He's screaming, oh, Jesus. She's screaming, oh, God. And Jesus is up there shaking his head like, don't call me. Don't put me in it. And Prince is penning, get off.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
That's how that all went down.
I'm not, once again, I mean, some people just don't see it as such. I'm not one to pass judgment. I can't, when some people don't see, that, as such. Have you done anything in the church that would make somebody blush? Have you personally ever, or have bad thoughts?
Oh yeah, I've had bad thoughts. I'll say that. Let's see.
So, go ahead, please.
I was
not going to let you not to, right?
No, I've had bad thoughts because I've been in relationships and been in church. And so, your significant other sends you a dirty text and, you look down and see it and you're like, do I respond to this right now? Do I pay attention to Bishop? Me, on the other hand, I'm going to respond to the text message and listen to Bishop. I'll put my phone down for a little bit. Then, kind of like click my lock screen to see if he responded. I've gotten pictures sent to me in church.
Who's in this house? What kind of pictures did you get sent in church?
What you mean? What do you think?
No. Like you just said, I got pictures, and you gotta watch them educated, light-skinned women. They always want to gloss over it so they can still hold that air of being pristine. I'm not here to let you do that. That's not what I'm here for.
Clearly. I've gotten dick pics sent to me by my significant other. Like, when you get home. Rah, rah, rah. I have.
Oh, so he was so much of a big of a sinner that he like, I'm not going to church to get saved. I'm gonna let you go, but I'm going to try to get you to be sinful while you in church. Oh, my kind of guy. I ain't mad at him.
He wants to get the full Sunday, wear out of the dress and the heels. And I can't knock
which makes sense.
I can't knock him for his hustle.
Oh, you can't. You got to let a man be a man.
And then when I was engaged and going to church, I don't know if I was just bored that day, if I was tired, if I was just horny. I don't know what particularly possessed me at that moment, but it's towards like the end of church and we're just kind of sitting there. And I ever so discreetly took my hand to the inside of his thigh and just, rubbed it.
Rub what?
Rubbed the inside of his thigh from his knee up.
Okay. You ain't hear no speed bumps along the way, did you?
No. And then ran my hand back down and just left it at that. And then you could tell he was like, okay, now she playing and we're in church. People are around because I think we're probably sitting in the balcony at the time too. And our church is televised, so there's cameras everywhere. You can get caught doing anything at any point. And it's kind of getting close to dismissal. So now he's sitting there pace, you can see him shaking his legs this dude better come on because this girl is in here playing. So there you have it. That's the desecration.
People expect craziness from me, right? People but as more as the more that we peel back the onion, the layers of the onion, they really see who's real in full bloom. Who has definitely have no problem that they freak flag fly. Round of applause for the Thorny Chic, being naughty in church. Wow.
This is the joys of relationships.
I mean, I do. Please. I don't want your voice to trail off and lose its enthusiasm. I don't there's no judgment passed here because you did nothing wrong. I promise you.
Listen, my behavior hasn't changed. It's just that I haven't been in a relationship in a while. So I'm sure all the same stuff that I did before I'll do again. It's just.
Well, I'm pretty sure that he has to be worth that effort, right? You're just not, losing your soldiers for anybody. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't have to talk to God about my behavior in the chapel or in the sanctuary unnecessarily. I probably couldn't. I probably could have showed greater restraint, Jesus, but no.
Well, you're not Catholic, I mean, I'm not nobody's priest, so I'm not going.
Catholic school though.
Yeah, well, it figures. You bougie.
I'm bougie or my parents are bougie because my parents sent me. I didn't have.
No, you. We're not gonna keep blaming our parents for who we currently are. You're 37, right?
No.
36.
Yes.
You said no, I should know these things. I should. I really should. I feel horrible. Anyway, you passed 35, bottom line. And so you're not gonna keep blaming your parents, for your 35 years, you 30, come on now. You can't keep blaming them. You are what you are. It's all right. You're bougie.
It's fine.
And you like to get it on. You're bougie and you like to get it on in church.
Get it all in church. Do not put that lie out there. It was starting to fire.
Okay, so okay. As much because this is not so people he just got it on the grills and he ain't telling nothing about what he did. You see how he set her up that? He ain't shit. That's what that's somebody is saying that right now. And if somebody's not saying that, they should be, right? But I'm not gonna let you jump out the window naked just with your story. I'm not that guy because I got a billion stories. Now y'all not gonna get all my stories right. I do have, okay, I don't. There's nothing that should be respected about me at this point in time in my life. But
who'd you do it with in the closet at church?
No, I didn't. I didn't do anything in church. To me, that was just to me. No, I didn't. I've had really just trifling thoughts while I was in church. You have to understand, someone,
about somebody at church or about somebody else.
Yeah, right. My thoughts is just man, I need to go ahead and I ain't even Catholic, but I need some Hail Marys. I need to go to confession. I ain't even Catholic. And that's how bad my thoughts were.
Forgive him, Father, for he has sinned.
Yeah, and then the priest be like, "Yeah, I seen it too. She was rocking, and I had the same thoughts, son." So, I'm so wrong, right?
Sacrilegious.
I'm just stop. We're not going down that road because I promise you that we go down that road, there's no coming back. But no, it's a known fact that in Black churches that women sometimes they don't dress the part of being in the place for worship. They dress for the fashion show of I'm going to be the best dressed female here, and their wardrobe complements not their Sunday best, but their physical assets. And I stress the word ass sets. Can I get an amen? So it's really hard to be in church, you know what I mean? And people just, they you look like, and I'm a man. And so I'm like, come on now. Like you couldn't find nothing else. You could have put some jeans on, right? You got, you joint thigh high. You don't got nothing knee stocking on. You got on 3-inch pumps. Like you really trying to catch something. And they got the audacity to be sitting front row. And I was like, and then so it got bad. Sometimes like the elders of the church, they would come through and they would just like, no, you're not going to be corrupting the bishop. Like he's in a happy marriage. You know what I mean? Like he don't want to look down and see your box. And so they would, okay. They would do one or two things. Right. No, they would just, ask them, could they switch seats? And then if they would refuse, then they would embarrass them and bring out the like a blanket or something. Mm-hmm. And so and then that would make them uncomfortable in there. And you got to, like, don't do that. Like, you're doing a little too much. And it was just terrible at one time. It got so bad that, they had to talk about it. Like, we don't want to enforce a dress code, but, we come in here to actually, join and worship and fellowship. Or we come here for a fashion show and then, we're being a distraction to the church, right? So it got really bad. But me, either way, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying them being made to feel uncomfortable, but I'm also enjoying the visual sights. I'm like, have y'all lost your mind? But it is what it is, was what it was. But so no, I can't just, you ain't the only person that's been, bad on holy ground. Yeah, I too, with my hand up that you can't see, I have been bad on holy ground.
And unholy ground.
To say the least.
So DK,
yes.
Every now and then I like to throw a curveball at you. I don't discuss the show with you, and I just kind of put you on the spot because I like your on the spot answers versus, kind of your semi-premeditated ones.
Ho. You don't got to give the doggone listeners all our tricks that like you just, I'm naked. You just got me like when I was younger and I was in shape and worked out 6 days out the week, I didn't mind being naked. I was like, okay, I look good. You know what I mean? I never had a 6-pack. I had like a 4.5 pack, right? If that's even possible.
That you traded in.
The last 1.5 packs would just refuse to come in. But I had a 4.5, right? So I ain't mind being naked. But right about now, I'm 50. I have a problem being naked. I don't even like to see myself like, what? Man, cut the lights off.
So you're saying, are you saying that you converted your packs, your 4.5 pack for a keg?
Yeah, matter of fact, it's a keg plus. Like I just had a beer and I don't even drink. But anyway, so go ahead and throw me a curveball as I stand here naked and give the people my most honest answer that hasn't been thought of before we got on this microphone.
All right, 2 turntables and a microphone. So I have at least 6 questions to deal with our favorite. I can't say one of our favorite. I'll say one of our favorite. I won't say the favorite topic, but one of the ones that,
Don't speak for me. So what's the topic before you say that? Like I got, you never know what's my.
Hush your face, Hannibal. Thank you.
Look at these.
Listen,
look at these.
Just call me Sterling. One of the topics that our listeners like us talking about, and one of the ones that we like talking about, of course, is sex.
That's not true for me. I'm appalled. Do not speak for me ever again.
Okay, virgin.
Get with it. Come on now.
Okay. So, question number 1. Since we're talking about church and sex, where's the strangest place you've had sex?
Yeah. The strangest place I've ever fornicated at. Oh.
Come on, memory lane.
Back down memory lane.
Right.
We were such a happy pair. Standing with our underwear. What? I can't do the remix of that?
No.
The strangest. What? The strangest place I'm thinking. Oh, gee, Monelli juice. I've done it. Look,
yeah, go ahead. Tell the people. Tell the people.
Cheap look. She says it can't be that hard, but if you go over to Amazon right now and in the search box, type in The Ugly Side of Sex by author D.K. Walker, yours truly, and read that book, you'll see why it's that hard. That's loosely, keyword is loosely, based on events of my life, right? And anybody that has read that book, that's listened to the podcast, definitely. Matter of fact, you read the book, so you understand why it's so hard for me to narrow down one. Like what? All right, cool. So I'm gonna give you something crazy, right? It wasn't necessarily sex. It was just a really intense kiss. Right. So, and it's gonna sound really crazy. Like I shouldn't even tell this story. I promise you I shouldn't tell this. I should find another story to tell. Anyway, I'm gonna tell the story. So look, here we go. Boom, bam, boom, bip, bop, boom. Look, I was 16 and I used to like live in the strip clubs, literally. And the reason I got in the strip clubs, like I said, back in the day, DC was just like, they wasn't checking for nothing. Nobody cared. Right. So like, I promise you, like, I think I came out the womb a freak. I think I was just born, just with extra when it came in, the form of, just being a freak. So, I forget the name of the strip club, but it was downtown, but it was off in the cut. Right. And some dance was on stage. Her name definitely escaped. Nope, that's a lie. Her name was Gail. Damn, I'm good. She was good. She was good. But I'm like 16, right? I'm 16. So she doing her set and I'm sitting there and whatnot. I had a part-time job working at what is known today as CVS, was known as People's back in the day. So that was my first real job, right? So I'm sitting there and I just cashed my little check. It wasn't much, but it was enough. Like, the routine was I get off Friday, I'm going to the strip club. Like my mother was like, why does it take you forever to get home on Fridays? I'm hanging with my friends. And that's true. I was hanging with, because I considered all them strippers and all the old men in there watching them. Yes, they were all my friends, right? So
friends that you
and
had.
I know I'm being long, and it's crazy. You really shorten these answers up. I'm pretty sure you got 5 more questions to go. And I'm sorry, you shouldn't ask good questions. I got to get people great answers.
My job. All right, so you done cash your check. You about to go see Gail.
Yeah, I'm about to go see Gail. Anywho, she doing her thing on stage, whatever the case may be, and I get up to tip her $1, right? And then I'm bold, like I ain't number 16, so I ask her, I'm like, boom, like I got a little change in my pocket. What else can that get me? She looked at me like, little boy, if you don't go somewhere. So I flashed a little, whatever. And she was like, okay, when I get off stage, just, about give me 5 minutes and find me in the back. So I go in the back and, man, I'm just terrible. I go in the back and then, I guess, she thought I was bluffing. I was like real bold. And so when I went in the back, it was where all the strippers were at. They left out. Like they was just like, it was like, that practice wasn't new to them. And so I gave her the remainder of my check. Like, I don't, what I mean? She looked at it. She said, you got to get it up and get it off in 5 minutes for this bullshit. She said, you got to get it up and get it off.
You was trying to be like Prince, 22 positions in a one night stand, and he was like, "You got 5."
So to answer your question, I'm sorry for being long-winded, and this is a story that actually didn't make the ugly side of sex. That's available on Amazon.com right now. Yeah, the strangest place I had was in a stripper's dressing room at 16.
Oh God, you don't even have to add the age.
I'm just like I said, I'm not gonna let you jump out the window. I'm not gonna pull the blanket off you when I ain't naked too. I ain't gonna do that. Like we're corrupt together.
Okay. Strangest place. The balcony of my old apartment that I just moved from the year before I moved to my house. Because it's not enclosed. It's very open. Yeah. The balcony. Multiple times too.
So you have, was it his or your idea? And
first time was my idea. Second time was his idea. Third time, I think, just happened.
Okay. So who was voyeur dominant? Who was exhibitionist dominant? Who wanted to show? Was it him? Was it you? Or was it just a mutual thing?
Okay, so the first time I was extremely drunk, extremely horny. And it didn't dawn on me what had happened until after the fact. I was like, oh crap. Because the way my apartment was set up back then, you come in through one side, but you got to drive all the way around the apartment. So if you lived on the one side, you parked on that side. But if you had to get out, you had to drive by our side. And then if you lived on our side, you had to come all the way around to park on our side. And I was like, I never really did think that through until after it was done. Nobody said anything. I never got a note on my door or anything like that. So,
right. There was some guy in the window that enjoyed it, just like the old man at the cathedral that was like the homeless man.
There's no window facing that side.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what you tell yourself now. Somebody right now has mental snapshots of you. Getting gutted out. I'm sorry.
At least they can contest that I know how to rock the mic.
Go ahead, Jill Scott, with your bad self.
Okay. Listen. All right. Speaking of Jill Scott, what celebrity would you want to bed?
Oh man, stop. This is gonna sound crazy, right? But I'll tell you what. You can answer that for me.
I'm gonna say the Instagram model.
Who?
Tambria or Tambry.
Jesus Lord.
You forgot about her?
I didn't.
That's who I would say.
Yeah, you. A part of me is like, yay. That's a part of me, but the other part of me like, nah, Vanessa Del Rio. Yeah, that's a gimme. Anybody that knows me, VDR to like. I don't mean not VD, but VDR. Don't forget the R part. VD just sounds
so you
dirty,
don't want
right?
you don't want the penicillin.
I'm allergic to penicillin. Do not ask me how I found that out. Look, so nah, VDR till I die, Slim. Till I die. Yeah, for sure. Like that's a gimme. Like I don't care. Like you and like you Vanessa Del Rio, she ain't never the porn star. Like like don't. First of all, don't yuck my yum. Don't judge me. Don't come for me. I said what I said and I meant it. Like I know I could have named A. I could have named B, as in Beyonce. I could have named a rack of doggone soup. No, Vanessa Del Rio.
I'm not surprised. If I gotta pick.
Oh Jesus, you about to say something that you go? Come on, I'm gonna be quiet for 5 seconds.
Listen, do you want me to say the porn star? I mean, I can.
No, you got to say what.
I mean, we're gonna go porn. Listen, okay, let's do this.
It's not even porn star. It's just you said star. I'm just telling you that.
I said celebrity. Oh,
right.
Oh, I can say.
Right.
I know who it is. Maxwell. I was gonna say. Okay. I was gonna say M'Baku, but I was like, really, at the end of the day, it really was Maxwell first. That. Yep.
Okay. I mean, hold
on.
Your answer.
Hush your face. Because I will go as far as saying that I have family that lives in New York who does not live far from him. And I might have, try to stalk him a little bit, like try to purposely make fate make us meet just a little bit.
And fate laughed at your silly ass. Anyway, yeah. And that your answer illustrates the mindset of a man and a woman. Like a woman will actually be like, because he's a celebrity, he's a star. And like, if I cheat or if I gotta be somebody other than myself, it's got to be somebody of this status. Guys don't think that way. Like you can take like, okay, like you can be somebody or and a guy can just be digging a chick at the clerk at the neighborhood store. Like whatever it is, something about her vibe, her look. Like I'm digging shorty. It don't have to be a celebrity. It could just be a nobody. And for whatever reason, if that vibe hit us, we in a good space. And so people like may be shocked. Like out of all the celebrities I could have named, that they would have named, that I would name Vanessa Del Rio. First of all, like I've been crushing on her forever. I don't care what she looked like. I don't care if she's still the VDR of old. I don't care if she's the VDR of now and her ass is wide as a small yellow bus. It don't make a difference. In my mind, my heart, my soul, she will always be the best of the best.
You can @ VDR on Twitter, okay? I'm going to send you her profile again because that was a whole moment.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I'm not. I'm just going to be Cupid.
Yeah, shoot me right in my
with
ass.
A poison arrow. I would. That's exactly what I'm targeting. Next question. Do you think you are a good kisser?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm sorry. I was too enthusiastic.
I kind of jumped back from the bike. I was like, wait.
Oh, for sure. Like even like so you got to be, we're going to get our Patreon up and running, and we did a podcast that was for Patreon, like, for our third 10 Patreon. And so I told the story about me kissing Sabrina Iverson. Like right. With my eyes open, we both like chipmunks. Great story, by the way, but I won't go down that road. But the reason that I know I am an excellent kisser is because, what was her name? It escapes me right now, people. But anyway, I've been told before, I always kiss like I want to fuck, which was true. Like when I was younger, that was like, you can tell a lot about a person that you're kissing. You know what I mean? And I kissed with the intent. Like I was really, passionate when I kissed, and like, I really wanted to suck, your tongue out your head when I'm really aggressive. And some people want it like soft and dainty and just to touch lips. But if you just let me be me, I promise you, you'd be naked 5 seconds afterwards.
So anybody who's looking for a tonsillectomy, DK can help you on the side. Make sure.
No, I can't. I'm married. I'm like, my wife crazy.
Put some money in the envelope. You might be able just to not have to go see the doctor.
No. Take your ass to the doctor. Once again, my wife crazy. I told you she said she's gonna kill me twice. Like I thought she was joking, but there's truth in jest. I'm good. Yeah. I'm scared straight.
Two completely different things. Silly.
What?
It-
Both of them resides in fear. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
that's true. Do I think I'm a good kisser? I'll say yes. I'm not a big kisser. Here's the thing, because I'm not a big kisser. So
what?
Yeah, this is.
First of all, you a female.
If you hush your face, I will finish telling. I don't have a problem telling you. Just don't let me get there.
She bougie and pretentious, people. But please, I digress.
Anywho, I don't kiss somebody that I'm not in a relationship with. If I'm just fucking them, then I'm not kissing them at all.
What are you, a prostitute?
No, I'm not.
What the like, that don't even make sense. Like, so how do you what?
Asshole. No, I'm not.
DK, the lovable. Like, if you're gonna say my name, if you're gonna say my name, you gotta say the whole name.
No, just the part that's the easiest to roll off my tongue.
Yeah. So okay, before I lose my train of thought, right? But how does the makeout session start with you? Like, if you don't kiss, there's no makeout. So you just naked and
okay, so
what?
So here's the thing. You and I have had this conversation before with our listeners. The joke is that I stand up to pee. So
facts, you know.
So in that vein, I will tell you, I tell men up straight up front, if we're just fucking to be fucking, I'm not kissing you. I'm not doing it.
So okay. So you tell them before y'all even get started. So what happens in the heat of the moment? He conveniently forgets that and he goes in for the kiss. You give him the cheek, boy?
Of course.
Oh, you, Jesus.
Of course.
We got to talk off air. I want to put your business all in the street and whatnot, but we got to help you. You need a...
No. Kissing is intimate. And now
you're right. So you saying kissing is intimate, but trading bodily fluids?
No.
So okay, not to be told up. Stop. Let's peel this onion. That's my new term. I know where the fuck I got it from. Let's peel an onion. Maybe I got a taste for a blooming onion. Don't know. Look. So you're telling me that kissing is more intimate than sex? I'm kind of confused here. How does that work out?
Because you can have sex with anybody.
Okay, stop. And don't be offended, but if you are, it's all right. I'm an offensive guy sometimes. So you're telling me, and please be honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're telling me that you have given head to a guy, but you haven't kissed him.
Yes. See, no.
7 whole days, not a word from you.
Come on, Tony Braxton, come on.
I'm like, I'm not understanding the logic. And so on a previous podcast, you argued me down how you believe that men are just as... What was it was just as complicated, and that to me don't make an ounce of sense. But I'm not one to judge. If you got no problem, rocking the mic, but you don't want to tongue wrestle with a guy, whatever works for you.
Nope, don't want the tongue wrestling. I want to do what we came to do.
You got no problem bobbing and weaving like you're a boxer.
Right.
What the? Yeah, okay, I just okay. I'm not.
Don't yuck my yum.
Yo, if you like it, I love it, man. If you like it, I love it.
I do. All right. Where do you like to be touched?
Oh, all over. Okay, that's too. Okay. Nipples. It's my secret spot. Like, you touch them, like, yeah. What? You want to go shopping later?
I can't with this. I cannot.
Like, what? You need something paid for? Like,
you need something paid for. Listen, what T.I. say is the most sugar daddies that tell you can have whatever you like. That's what you sound like right now.
Look, once again, there's no shame in my game. Like, I'm not here with the bullshit. You got some people that's going to be pretentious, and I'm not saying you don't. I'm not jabbing, right? But, you got some guys. Let me go ahead and put it in. Yeah, you got some guys. I'm not, man, please. Like, man, stop. Like, be who you are at all times. That way you don't have to worry about somebody seeing you and be like, you're nothing like I thought you would be. No. This is me. Like, once y'all get to meet me, once we on tour, once we become semi-famous, like, yeah, you definitely, you the guy. I am that guy. Don't touch my nipples. Nah, I ain't none of that. I'm just saying, just don't. If we shake hands, we fist bump. You know what I mean? And this day and age, because we got COVID and whatnot, I'm gonna chunk up producers at you. But whatever you do, don't put your hands on my nipples. I'm just, leave them alone.
Headlines: podcaster swings on listener.
You're so dumb.
For grazing chat. DK gonna be like, she rubbed my nipples. The hell with
yeah, exactly. Anyway, so you want to answer that question, man?
Yeah. There's a spot on my neck. I'm not gonna say where, but there's a spot on my neck.
All right, there's a spot on it. That's not okay. I'm not understanding. So I would, although the mouth is not as intimate, but isn't that an intimate gesture? Like
It is.
but you'll let that happen. But ain't nobody
No,
putting their
nope,
mouth.
nope, nope, nope.
So okay, like
That's in the same
how in
boat.
the fuck do you? How does they get? I'm not under.
Sex is
I
one
sound
thing.
exasperated.
Sex is
I
one thing.
sound
Foreplay is another.
So you just expect the dude just drop below your navel ASAP? Is what you're saying? Am I? You are such a man.
I know.
No
And they
wonder
don't
you
have any
smoke
problem.
cigars.
Listen,
Stand
and
up to pee.
this is why I smoke cigars. And I drink Grand
and pick up the tab.
It depends on who it is.
Yeah, I know. This is you out of control. Like, I said, like, look, okay.
I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, well, like anybody listening to us, man, to believe that Karen needs help, like she needs some pointers or she need a total a social makeover, like please get in her inbox on
if you follow
IG.
us on
Give people
what? Give people what?
Yeah, I was telling them to give them your handles because we like okay. All our information is in the show notes of the show. So just go wherever you listen to that, whatever platform that you listen to this podcast on. Our information can be found in the show notes. But I want you personally to give people your information on IG so they can jump in your DMs after hearing this podcast, so they can give you pointers how to not be so much of a man.
It's not going to work. There's no deep.
I'm just like could just give people,
It's at DAJAMERICAN, Dutch American.
Please help Karen. Well, yes. Do me a favor, people. Y'all got to help her. I'm not understanding. Or maybe it ain't meant for me to understand it.
I don't understand what is wrong with a good cigar and shots night.
I'm not knocking. No, I'm not. Then I am. Like, that's just me. No, but I'm just, the part that I don't understand, the part that I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around is you have a problem with kissing and you have a problem with a man touching the spot on the back of your neck, but I don't understand how does he warm up the car to get where he's going to with you if the usual starting point of the race is off limits. So you just throw the car in the middle of the track. Come on, go.
Right.
What the hell?
Right. I don't see the problem. It's worked all this time. None of my partners have had problems. They all know.
Okay. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop peeling that onion. I've been cried enough.
No. Okay. Justin Timberlake. Place you want to have sex.
That's a good question. Let me think about that. Jesus. So I got to think about all the places that I have and that I didn't, that I want to.
You want me to answer first and we double back?
Yes, please. Cause I don't, yeah.
Two, I can think of two places and it's like, if I have to pick, it's going to be hard, but I will say a luxury suite balcony in Dubai.
See, that's that woman shit. Please go ahead. That's that pretentious bougie woman shit.
On that hotel. No, the hotel balcony in Dubai.
What you said, Dubai? Like,
Or one of those really cute bungalows in the Maldives.
You know what? Okay, let me be loving for a change and whatnot. Soon as COVID lifts out the way it does, whatever it's going to do after November, after November, things should be back to normal. I've said it here first. Let me go and play Nostradamus and make that bold prediction. Come
on, Nas.
Yeah, we was looking to take a trip, me and the missus, and they have these, I don't even know what you call them, but they actually have the hotel rooms or I don't even know what the hell you call them, but they're actually over the ocean. Like you gotta walk off from the beach and the actual place that you sleep is over, and the floor is glass. So you can see the water while you up, but you go to sleep and it's like you're on top of, and you out in the waves. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so that to me would be nice. Cause it's like, I would be, cause I can't swim. So I'm scared. Right. Mm-hmm. But I want to actually be in that element. You know what I mean? Me and the missus, I know that's sappy coming from, a certified freak fly. But yeah, that's what,
I think they're called bungalows too, because the bungalows.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I would like to do it on the bungalow down in Jamaica over the water with a doggone glass flow. As I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna be rocking a doggone life vest because I can't swim. So I'm gonna be on top of her as in a life vest, and hopefully my doggone kid gonna get in the way.
Maybe we could invest in getting you some swimming lessons between now and then. Maybe.
No, I'm all right because I've envisioned that. That's kind of freaky for me, right? I'm running around in Nike slides in a life jacket trying to have sex.
I mean, I didn't need the visual, but
My God. That's wow.
hold me.
What'd you say?
I said, talk about hold me.
Whew, I'm sorry. I got issues.
Yeah. All right. Last one. Being intimate versus intimacy. Which one do you choose? If you have to.
Oh, Jesus. Somebody stabbed in my throat 14 times.
Ooh.
Cause no, I shouldn't say that. That's not okay. 15 times. And the reason I said it because that's, that was a sticking point between me and the missus, right? She would tell me that me being intimate would lead to intimacy, but we're talking about a person that's, high strung sexually day one. And so I had to really scale parts of me back and be intimate. I had to stop being a selfish lover, in order to be more intimate. And it's to this day, it's a struggle. It's hard for me to kiss. I have to literally tell my tongue, stay boy, stay. I tell my tongue there because it's hard for me to kiss and my tongue just it goes into its normal routine. Like it's looking for a willing partner. Right. And so it's hard because she wants to lead the dance and when we start to kiss and then of course it leads to whatever. But me being who I am is just I'm trying to get it in the most passionate, intense, insane way possible. But let's be intimate. Let's talk. Let's cuddle. Let's hold hands. Let's reminisce. And, sometimes it leads to the promised land and sometimes it leads to me going to sleep mid-sentence. But, it's a struggle. It's an everyday fight. But me personally, if I had to answer that question, intimacy all day. No, no, intimate. Let me be intimate. I'd like to, let's get there. Let's get it out the way.
All right, Marvin Gaye, let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Oh, yeah.
Ow, baby.
That's what I was waiting for. I was too easy for you now.
Let's get it on.
Okay, sensitive people. I'm going to say intimacy. I'm very good at being intimate. That part is easy. It's cakewalk. Being intimate with someone, having intimacy with someone rather is a struggle. So I will say that part because that takes a lot out of me to just
take a lot out of you.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you don't kiss. Nobody can touch your neck. I'm like, what are they? You got stuff shielded off. So how are they taking something from you? You got stuff shielded off already.
Again, if we're gonna rehash that, let me be very clear. If I'm in a relationship, you get the whole thing. If you are just a sex partner, you just get to have sex. You don't get to kiss. You don't get to cuddle. You don't get none of that.
But ain't that part of sex though?
No.
Isn't that part of
no?
What you?
No.
Jesus.
No.
This is wrong.
So a sex partner only gets sex. A relationship, a partner in life, they get the whole thing. They get to kiss. They get to touch. They get to play. They get to all of that. They get the spot on the neck. They get everything.
So, okay. So how do you got a suitor and y'all cool, but you don't consider him to moving into relationship status, but you don't know if somebody's good at what they're trying to do unless you test the water. And if you're handcuffing him before he gets to actually test the water, aren't you doing him and you a disservice because you'll never know. And then what happens is he'll still stick around. You'll dig his vibe. And then, y'all get into a relationship. And once you get into a relationship and then you take the handcuffs off him to be as free as you need him to be, and now he sucks. Now you stuck in a relationship.
I'm not stuck in anything, first and foremost.
Jesus, that's right, because you're a man, you stand in the pin, you smoke cigars.
Right,
so you're gonna definitely tell him, like, look, Slim,
this ain't
cool.
gonna work. Right.
This ain't gonna you can't kiss right. You keep missing my spot.
Wait a minute. And then I'm so mannish about it, I'm gonna take you out in public. And then tell you the news.
Wow. So therefore,
you want to act a fool? That's gonna be on you.
No. Any respectful man is not going. He gonna act like. And it depends though. If he really loved you, let me not say that, because if he really loved you, respect goes out the window. You don't care, because if you love a person, you'll be embarrassing for them, to them, and with them. If you love them, I promise you, I go out in public and cut a fool just because I don't care about being shamed. But I get the man move, right? I get the man move. Let me take you out in public, and we'll have dinner. I'm even going to pick up the tab. That's you, right? You pick up the tab. But this ain't working.
It's not you.
This ain't working.
It's not you. It's Definitely me. Definitely.
Yeah, and for once that would ring true. Like, it's not you, boo boo, it's me.
I need more, and you just ain't.
Yeah, you're not capable. And he's like, you could have found that out if you let me kiss you. Yeah,
No.
well, you know, it's all right. Hopefully the memories were good for you and you only. Moving right along.
Right.
That's what that would be you. Moving right along.
Yep, that would be me. So yeah, intimacy in a relationship is harder for me because, like I said, I know how to fuck. I do. I can do that part. But being very transparent with somebody, being very emotionally naked is difficult. Letting somebody hold me and not being ADD or finding something to do. Like, I'll lay there for a while and then like something on the inside is like, okay, let's go do something else. Like, I'm over this.
Oh, okay. We got time. You want to peel this back, or can we chop up another onion with you?
Yeah, we can. I've just never been good at it.
So, like, have you ever thought about getting help?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna set something up for you, because to me, it's and I'm nobody's therapist. I'm nobody's therapist, right? But to me, right, because I'm definitely an outsider, but honestly, to me, it just sounds like you're emotionally constipated. That's just what it sounds like to me.
I don't think so.
Big to differ.
But you would. That's just your personality.
No, it's like, because it's not lining up. Like, and I don't want to put nobody in a box. Like, you would just assume a female's all dainty. Like, I'm not doing that. Women nowadays are just doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and I'm so happy that women are just stepping out. Like, we had a previous podcast and I talked about there's nothing more phenomenal than a woman. And I'm not saying this kissing up to my female. Listen, I honestly believe that, right? Like, I think my mother is the greatest woman of all time. You can go ahead and name Michelle Obama. You can go ahead and name Oprah. That's right. I said Oprah. You can name all them heifers, right? You can, right? But I think my mom, greatest woman that ever touched I promise you, bar none, right? I've seen her, walk through the valley. I've seen her do it all. I promise you. And she's still like head held high, right? And so I don't mean to, make you out to be a stereotype, because I understand that women, their strength is just, you can't measure their strength, right? But I actually think that and I could be wrong, and, we'll talk a little here, and then of course we'll probably talk, offline for sure. But I just think there's walls put up, and you're scared to let somebody in, because when you really want to let somebody in, and it's a process. I'm not saying you meet somebody and you vibe with them and boom, you just start dropping walls. No, don't do that. You got to keep that chin tuck. For all you boxing doggone people that like boxing, got to keep that chin tuck and that jab working, like, and buy yourself some time. And that's what the initial stages of dating is. But there has to come a point in time that you got to, stop jabbing. Now, I'm not talking boxing anymore. I'm talking relationship. You got to stop jabbing, and you got to raise your chin up to be kissed. Yeah, like how I segue that back in. I'm a bad boy on this microphone. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, so I think you got to get to a place where, have no expectations. Like, have what you're going to have your non-negotiables, but don't have no expectations. And so that's the quickest way of finding out who you're dealing with. We got a podcast coming that, I'm working on in the back of my head. I've yet to shoot it to my beautiful co-host, and I don't want to give too much of that right now. There's a book I actually read that actually saved my marriage and changed me. There's a couple of things that changed me for the better. And I'm going to talk about this book and talk about how this book and my new mindset after reading or actually listening to it, because, I'm a big fan of audiobooks, changed my mindset, saved my marriage, and made me $1,000,000,000% better person, right? But we'll talk about nothing. But what I'm getting at with you is, it's just, you really have to find a medium in your life to not be so reserved, like live a little bit. And we're not talking about giving whomever's going to be the love of your life, full ride to your heart. We're not saying that, but they at least got to get a peek in. And in doing so, like, you got to give a little to get a little, right? But you can't have them put all their cards on the table. Then you make a decision off of that, and all you got is one card turned face up. Now you're doing him a great disservice, because you got him standing fully naked in front of you, being transparent, and you just there with a nipple out. But he's fully naked, and all you got is one nipple out. Like, that ain't cool, and that ain't fair.
I got big boobs, so no, I'm just playing. No, I haven't been in a relationship in a while either, so you have to give me that too. When I'm in a relationship, I'm good. When I'm out, I'm not. When I'm out, I'm single, and I'm gonna act single as shit.
I'm not, okay, whatever rocks your boat, but there's got to come a point in time that I don't know if you want to. I don't want to say you got to, because you don't. You can, like, once again, women can do what the fuck y'all want to do. Women are killing it. pass the machete. Women are literally killing whatever it is they put. They like women are just like, I promise you, dudes. If any dude that's listening to the podcast right now and you want to actually get on the winning team, you find some females that's doing some shit. Like, cause you've been around your guys long enough. And the only thing y'all doing is, trying to get some. And go get with some females that's trying to, be about something. Women right now are really killing the game. And I get that mindset. You got to do what's best for you at all times. But, I don't know. I just think that, you're mostly constipated and, you need some toilet paper to wipe away, some burgers in your life.
They always tell me when the right one comes, you'll know. And then I will.
But how would you know when you got them in a position of proving themselves from like, my thing is like you want a person just to be who they are without. I want you to prove yourself. I don't want to hold you to these standards that I've told you I got to hold you to. I just want to actually be around you enough to catch a vibe. I want to be me. And in being me, I'm going to see how the vibe works. Right. Like, and that works. Like, I've been married to Grip. Like I just recently celebrated my anniversary, 12 years and 6 days strong, right? We're 12 years a slave and 6 days strong into my marriage. And, to this day, that works for me.
Years a slave, sir.
Yeah, you have you. Yeah, okay. Like I said, 12 years a slave. I keep a honey-do list at the ready. So I promise you it's 12 years a slave. But the same doggone token is just like I let myself be and I give her, because I'm always evolving. I'm who she met, 13, 14 years ago is definitely not who I am now. Like I've been grown. And so I've grown and I'm giving her that. Because I don't want to hold her to the bar of the old me. I want her to, see who I am right now. And it's a give and take. It's a balance that you got to find out, what works for you. But you got to start off, at least in my opinion, with trying to find that balance. And guys is not complicated, but you can't handcuff them either.
Some of them like to be handcuffed.
You're right. I promise you. I promise you the guy that, with a female, the guy that actually did the do at the National Cathedral, it's safe to say that, he likes to be handcuffed because he don't give a fuck about the rules. My man.
Listen, and we had, what the fuck news about the guy who, no, he handcuffed his girlfriend. That's what that was.
No, y'all need to. Ooh, that was a funny joint there. I never laughed so hard. My man was a human. Never mind. Let's not go down that road.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But those are all the questions I have, DK Walker. So I'm going to pass my baby to you because it's time for the Daily Love Jones.
Interesting. All right, y'all. It's just, this whole podcast, I could say it's been a Daily Love Jones, but, I've had a lot of fun, like just going back and forth, talking about my situations and, getting it all in Kern's business. I don't got nothing else for that. I ain't gonna sit and lie. I ain't gonna sit and fake it. I'm not gonna pull, that fake orgasm because dudes do the fake orgasm too. We do. I'm guilty of that. Like you be having, you like, oh God, I'm not feeling this. I ain't feeling her. She need to get out. I go to work in the morning time and she been over my house like she keep leaving shit here. So you do the fake, I gotta go to work in about, nah, I'm gonna see you later. So I'm not gonna fake my way through the Daily Love Jones like a fake orgasm. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say thank you for taking the time out to listen to this podcast. As always, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Instead of me giving you a Love Jones today, I'm just going to give you some gratitude. I'm going to be grateful is what I'm going to do. I appreciate you. I appreciate you accepting me for all my craziness. I appreciate you for accepting me when I be trying to get deep. And I can't really get deep because I'm short. I'm fat, so I wax wide. So I appreciate you rocking out with us, man. It means a lot to me. That's no bullshit, no jive. That's just a buck. I really do. Like if you didn't listen, going in an hour, you didn't tune in for the whole podcast. That means you really, 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 really rock with us. And man, thank you. That means a lot. Like my co-host is fond saying, pardon me, you could have been anywhere else, but you choose to sit down, walk, jog, listen to your car, whatever it is. You choose to spend an hour of your life with us. Do you know what that means? It means we're worthy of your most valuable asset, which is your time. And that makes me feel phenomenal. Like I'm worth being listened to. And think about it, right? In the midst of me saying that I wasn't going to give you a daily Love Jones and I gave you this gratitude, that what happens to turn into a Love Jones? You see, I did that. I'm a bad man.
This is your girl, the Thorny Chic here in KK Rose alongside.
Why could I hear you roll your eyes?
Yeah, I did.
I could hear you just this nigga here.
I did not.
So why was it took you a minute? I paused long enough that you know I was done. That was the cue. That's the setup.
Laughing.
Yeah, okay. Rolling your doggone monkey ass. Anywho,
this is your girl. It's that Thorny Chick here in KK Rose alongside my co-host, Lovable Asshole DK Walker. This is the Love Is podcast again. You could have been anywhere, and y'all are everywhere listening to us week after week. Air Wednesday at 7 p.m. You are letting my voice go places my feet have yet to travel. And for that, I thank you. Thank you so much for listening to us. We'll see you next week, DK. Tell the people, bye-bye.
Poor little Gladys, thank you for listening to us for this whole hour. The lambs have stopped crying now.
Somebody go grab a bottle of Chianti.
And some fava beans.
This episode of the Love Is podcast has ended, but please be sure to subscribe for more great content on sex, entrepreneurship, life, love, and how to get through the BS of it all. And don't forget to rate and leave a review so we can continue to bring more of that thorny chick, Karen KK Rose, and, dare I say, the lovable a-hole, Mr. DK Walker. See you